Welcome back to Movieville. Before we get started, I would appreciate it if you would take a moment out of your day to subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to like the video and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. It really helps me out. I appreciate you. Happy Halloween, everyone. Considering that it's Halloween today, I wanted to upload a Halloween episode from one of my all-time favorite shows. I could seriously go on and on about this show, but let's just talk about this episode today. Here we see sisters and witches, Piper, Prue, and Phoebe Halliwell, and Piper's husband, Leo. It's Halloween and they are all getting ready to go to a costume party at their club, P3. Leo is dressed up as a soldier, and the sisters are wearing witch costumes. Piper is dressed up as Glenda, the good witch from The Wizard of Oz. Prue's outfit is my favorite. I thought she was dressed as a whimsical witch, but I've seen people say she's dressed as Mother Nature or a fairy. Either way, I just love her outfit. And Phoebe is dressed up as Elvira. Can we just take a moment to appreciate Prue's costume? Man, she looks so pretty. They are lightheartedly making fun of each other's costumes. Their friend Darryl is there too. He's a police officer and decided to wear his old rookie uniform to the party. They grab food and get ready to leave. We then see our trick-or-treaters out having fun. One of the kids sees two men who he thinks are wearing creepy costumes. He tells them he likes their costumes and that they look cool. They almost unalive him, but we see Cole show up. He is dating Phoebe. In hell, Cole is known as the demonic assassin Balthazar. He is half human and half demon, and on Earth he's known as Cole, the assistant district attorney. By the way, the Charmed sisters don't know that he is a demon. It's a whole thing. If you haven't seen the show, I recommend that you watch it for yourself. Cole tells the demons to let the boy go. They are grimlock demons. Known as underground demons, they roam the world killing powerful forces and stealing people's auras. They have the ability to see the aura that surrounds good people by stealing their eyesight. They then use this aura to choke their victims. It makes them more powerful. The stolen eyesight fades within 24 hours, and this extra power can only be used while the person is alive. After 24 hours, the grimlocks consume the person, but if someone powerful intervenes before the 24 hours are up, the person will get their eyesight back. Anyway, Cole tells them to let him go. They let go of him and say they are looking for the charmed ones. Cole is surprised to see them because the sisters unalived them on Halloween 2 years ago. Because it is Halloween, they can come back for one night because the veil between worlds is very thin, making it easy for the unalived to seek their revenge. Not all demons know how to do this, but they found a way. Back at the house, the sisters are still getting ready for the party. They hear the doorbell ring. They think it's trick-or-treaters. Phoebe answers it. She laughs at first, thinking it's men playing a Halloween trick, but quickly realizes that it's the Grimlock demons they vanquished 2 years ago. They run away, but they freeze them. Prue comes and pushes them to the side. If you didn't know, all 3 sisters were born with unique powers. Prue can move objects with her mind and hands by channeling telekinesis. She can also be in 2 places at once, which is also known as astral projection or astral travel. A portal opens up behind them. They are all confused as to why it's happening. The Grimlocks are walking towards them, but Piper freezes them. The sisters then get sucked into the portal. They are teleported back to the 1600s. In 1670, to be more specific, they are immediately chased by witch hunters who were already in the woods looking for witches. One of the witch hunters sees them. He tells them to keep quiet and tells the other men that they are gone. Back at Halliwell house, Leo tells Darryl that his bosses opened up the portal and the girls have to get back before Halloween ends or they are stuck there. Darryl knows Leo is magical too, but he doesn't know exactly what he is. He asks Leo who he is, but Leo says it's too complicated to explain right now. They need to figure out how to get the girls home because he has no idea who they are up against. The demons unfreeze, but Darryl shoots them. They are already unalive, so it didn't work. It just slowed them down. The sisters are taken by other witches to their secret hiding spot. Here we meet Ava. She is a witch too, and a midwife. She is happy to see them. She cast a spell, calling out to the most powerful good witches of all time to come and help them. She introduces them to her coven. They give them clothes so that they won't stick out like a sore thumb. Ava tells them she needs them to help save a magical baby who's prophesied to be born tonight on Halloween night. A dark practitioner has kidnapped the pregnant witch Charlotte in hopes that she will raise the baby to be evil. If she is successful, the new world won't stand a chance and good magic will no longer be accepted. They need to get the pregnant woman to the coven so they can form a protective circle during the delivery. They are annoyed that Ava can't send them home once they are done. She assumed that because they are so powerful they could do it. They trust that Leo can bring them back. They agree to help. She gives them a vial with a potion to make the guards outside the house where the pregnant woman is held captive fall asleep. They go to her house to scope it out. Prue sees the witch hunter from earlier and says he's not one of the bad guys. Ava tells them that they have to be aware of the hanging talismans. She and her coven can't pass them. Phoebe jokes that where she comes from they don't work, but as soon as the three sisters try to pass them, they get thrown back. They are shocked that it worked. The townspeople see this and shout that they are witches. Ava says it was never that powerful before. It must be because Ruth is using the power of All Hallows' Eve. The witch hunters chase them. Prue tries to use her powers, but none of them work in this time. Ava gets shot in the arm, but she's okay. Ruth tells Charlotte that her witch friends have failed to save her. She's scared because the baby will arrive at any moment. We see Ruth go to talk to Cole. She just met him. He tells her he came from the future. He wants to change the future and put a stop to the baby being raised in the coven. If she is raised in the coven, she will grow up to be one of the world's most powerful good witches. Ava calls the sisters frauds because their powers don't work in her time. They think that because they weren't born yet, that's why their powers don't exist here. Prue tells Ava that she and her sisters were born witches, which makes them innately magical. She asks Ava if she and her coven can teach them how to tap into it. Back at the Halliwell house, Leo is trying to find answers in the Book of Shadows on how to vanquish the demons. The demons get into the attic and try to unalive them, but Leo teleports Darryl to the kitchen. But he found the recipe for a potion that will work before he teleported. They start making it. Ruth has a vision and tells Cole that she sees 3 people who have come to help Charlotte. Cole thinks it's the Halliwell sisters and goes to keep them away. Ava gives the sisters totems to remind them of the wisdom and power of women. They are confused as to what that has to do with magic. She tells them that a witch's journey is a walk of wisdom that has been collected over many years, and it's wisdom that gives them power, and it's power that frightens the fearful and ignorant. Ava is sad to hear that true magic is forgotten in the future and that Halloween is now celebrated as a day of people wearing silly witch costumes. The sisters want to learn from her so that they can help bring true magic back. She's happy to hear that. She teaches them the true meaning of a witch's hat. It represents the connection between the earthly and spiritual realms in witchcraft and magic. It's a conical hat. The tip of the hat is a spiritual point. When wearing it, it helps to channel our magic within, keeping the person centered and focused. She teaches them about the magic of apples and how they hold a pentacle in the heart of the apple, and adding a laurel leaf in the heart of the apple blocks the path of evil that is trying to come into your life. She tells them that there is magic all around us, especially on All Hallows' Eve. Piper asks why she has masks. Ava explained that demons walk freely on this night, but a mask acts as a spell, hiding your true identity. A demon cannot see past a magic mask. It protects the witch and allows them to move safely and freely amongst those who are trying to hurt them. She explains that a broom is to sweep evil away from your path and to always sweep from east to west, the same path the sun travels. While Phoebe is sweeping the broom, a spark hurts her hand. Ava said her powers are already coming back to her. The 3 sisters go to try and get Charlotte to the coven. One of the witches walks with them, explaining more meanings behind some other witchy essentials. She tells them that if a demon tries to unalive them, their pumpkin will help them. Phoebe laughs and asks her if she is joking, but no, she's not. The act of throwing the pumpkin can symbolize a forceful act of banishing or repelling evil influences. The pumpkin is thought to possess a natural energy that can help create a protective barrier against negativity or harm coming your way. They put on their magical masks and walk freely amongst the townspeople and witch hunters. An Irish fortune teller comes up to Phoebe and asks if he can read her future. She tells him that she already knows exactly what the future holds. He tells her that he can tell her who her true love is. He can see the first initial of his name. He says he can do it with the simple peel of an apple. Cole then walks by and asks him to prove it. He doesn't know it's Phoebe. They don't recognize each other because he's wearing a magical mask too. If you didn't know, they are dating in the future. It's a forbidden love. It's a whole thing. You have to watch the show to see the ups and downs of their relationship. In certain divination practices, such as apple divination or apple reading, the apple is used as a tool to gain insights into the future. By cutting an apple in half and observing the patterns and symbols formed by the seeds, or interpreting the way the apple peels, the fortune teller can receive messages or omens about upcoming events or aspects of their life. The interpretation of these signs can provide guidance or predictions about the future. The fortune teller tells Phoebe to fill her heart with only thoughts of love and blow on the apple peel with her eyes closed. He dropped the apple skin into the water. The apple forms the letter C. Phoebe whispered Cole's name. Cole looks at her in shock. He can't believe Phoebe has traveled back in time too. A guy walks past and bumps into her, knocking the pumpkin out of her hand. She is startled and moves her mask to look at the pumpkin. Ruth sees her and shouts, "Witches!" Witch hunters grab the three sisters. Ruth tells the men to hang them. Cole doesn't know what to do. I know he's a demon, but he truly loves her and does not want her to get hurt. They put the witches on horses and hang them. I'm definitely not showing that. The good witch hunter comes back and cuts them down. In order not to unalive them, he tied the noose line at their waist so that their neck wouldn't snap. He said it was a trick he learned years ago. His name is Micah, and he and Prue are crushing hard on each other. Phoebe asks him why he is helping them and why is he always with the witch hunters. He is with them so that he can undo their work whenever he can. Micah tells them that he has seen what true dark magic can do to the world, and he's with anyone who is fighting against it. He goes to leave to catch up with the witch hunters, but before he leaves, Prue thanks him by giving him a kiss. Back at the Halliwell house, Leo is almost ready with the potion. The doorbell rings, so Darryl goes to get rid of the kids in case the demons try to steal their sight and auras. The demon catches Darryl and tries to steal his sight, but he clicks the switcher for the camera the sisters set up earlier to take Halloween pictures. The demons are sensitive to light, so they stop, and he gets away, but he is blind. The sisters sweep away the evil that is on their path and ask for guidance to get to the pregnant woman safely. They see that Micah has been caught. The witch hunters know that he was helping the sisters, and they unalived him. They get to Charlotte. Her water has broken, and she can't carry on. They bring her to one of the coven's altars in the woods. They create a protective circle and get ready to bring the baby into the world. The witch hunters come, but they can't pass the protective circle. Cole tells Ruth that it's over. Bullets can get through, so they have to scare the witch hunters away. Phoebe said that she's going to embrace the cliché. She jumps on the broom and flies towards them as she cackles with laughter. Charlotte gives birth to a baby girl. The witches are grateful for their help. Charlotte tells her that the baby is called Melinda Warren. They are shocked because they are related. They have just helped deliver the founder of their magical family line. Melinda grows up in colonial Virginia, but when she's older, she moves to Salem, Massachusetts during the witch trials. Sometime during her life, Melinda gave birth to a daughter who she named Prudence. Prue is named after her, obviously. Melinda also created the Warren Book of Shadows, which would eventually become the most powerful and coveted tome of witchcraft in the world. So now you see why it was so important that the baby was delivered with the coven of good witches. The sisters are then teleported back to their house and vanquish the grimlocks. They see that Darryl is blind, but Leo heals him. Darryl is shocked because he didn't know that Leo was a healer too. They then finally make it to their Halloween party. The sisters talk about how Halloween needs to be a much more important night for them from now on. They need to get back to their roots. They then see a man who strongly resembles Micah, but he tells them his name is Mitch. He tells Prue that she looks familiar too. Is Mitch a descendant of Micah? And was it Faith that brought them together tonight? Cole meets Phoebe at the club too. He's dressed as an angel. She is happy to see him. He looks sad because he loves her, but if she finds out he is a demon, she has to unalive him. Though our story ends there, please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. I'm curious to hear what you thought of this show. Anyway, till next time, guys, take care.